Hello everybody, welcome back to another game review. Oh my god, I just hit my hand off my desk. We're going to keep that in the video. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about Far Cry 5. It was developed by Ubisoft Montreal. It was released on March 27th, 2018, and it initially released for platforms such as the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and crazy, also the Stadia. Far Cry 5 is an open-world first-person shooter that immerses players in a rural Montana setting overtaken by a radical doomsday cult. As the player, you take on the role of a deputy sheriff tasked with bringing down the cult leader, Joseph Seed, and dismantling his control over the region. Featuring a vast open world, dynamic gameplay, and deep narrative choices, Far Cry 5 attempts to innovate within the series while taking the core mechanics that players love to a new level. Here's a detailed look at the game's mechanics, gameplay, and key characters. I'm going to start off with open world exploration. Far Cry 5's world is sprawling, diverse, and interactive. Set in a fictional Hope County, Montana, it offers everything from dense forests to lakes, mountains, and farmlands. The environment is rich in detail with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and a range of side activities like fishing, hunting, and taking down enemy outposts. Combat and gunplay. The gunplay is tight with a variety of weapons to choose from, for example, assault rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns, crossbows, and explosives. The game also includes melee weapons such as sledgehammers and machetes. The combat is engaging with an emphasis on both stealth and loud, all-out firefights as well. Players can either sneak past cultists, use silent takedowns, or go in guns blazing, depending on their preferred playstyle, of course. Vehicles and travel. The game introduces an assortment of vehicles, including trucks, ATVs, boats, and planes. This helps players traverse the vast map and adds to the chaotic fun of taking down enemies or engaging in high-speed chases. Freedom of choice in a non-linear story. One of the standout features of Far Cry 5 is its non-linear narrative. The player isn't confined to a single path. They can tackle objectives in any order. The map is divided into 3 different regions, each controlled by one of the cult's key leaders. The players can choose which region to liberate first. This creates a sense of freedom and player agency rarely seen in other open world games. Guns for hire. Far Cry 5 introduces a system called Guns for Hire, where you can recruit NPC allies to aid in your journey. These companies range from skilled soldiers to animals such as a dog named Boomer or a bear named Cheeseburger. Each companion has unique abilities, making them invaluable during combat. The cult influence. The game has a cult resistance meter, quote unquote, that tracks your progress in freeing Hope County. Each region is controlled by a different member of the Seed family, and as you disrupt their operations, for example, destroying cult propaganda, rescuing hostages, and completing missions, you slowly reduce their influence and progress towards confronting Joseph Seed. Next, I want to talk about some major characters. Joseph Seed, also known as the Father. He is the main antagonist. Joseph Seed is the charismatic yet terrifying leader of the Eden's Gate cult, a deeply religious and delusional figure. He believes that the end of the world is near and that the cult is the only way to survive. Joseph manipulates his followers with promises of salvation, and his authoritarian rule is spread throughout the county. His calm yet threatening demeanor makes him one of the most memorable villains in the Far Cry series. As the player, you must gradually dismantle his empire to confront him directly. The Deputy. This is you. This is who you play as, whether you're male or female. You are the protagonist. The player's character is a rookie sheriff deputy sent to arrest Joseph Seed. Unlike previous Far Cry protagonists, the deputy is customizable, allowing players to choose their gender and appearance. They have no voice lines, which gives players more freedom to immerse themselves into the story as they see fit. The deputy is a blank slate that reflects to the events around them, letting the player shape their journey. Next, I want to talk about the Seed family. The Seed family consists of Joseph's siblings, who each oversee different regions of Hope County. Each sibling brings a unique flavor of control, and their personalities are explored throughout the story. John Seed, also known as the Baptizer, he is the manipulative brother who controls the region of Holland Valley. He uses guilt and shame to break his victims. Faith Seed, also known as the Siren, the most psychologically unsettling of the Seeds. She controls the Henbane River region. She uses drugs and psychological manipulation to bring people into her fold, making them believe they're experiencing divine visions. Jacob Seed, also known as the Soldier, he is the brutal and militaristic brother who controls the Whitetail Mountains. Jacob uses force and training to turn people into soldiers for his cause, making him one of the most physically intimidating characters. Another character is Mary May Fairgrave. She's an ally in the story. She is a local bartender and resistance leader. Mary May is one of your key allies in taking down the Seeds. She is headstrong, brave, and has a personal vendetta against the cult. As a companion, she provides much needed emotional depth to the game. Nick Rye. He is also an ally to the character. He is a local pilot and another key member of the resistance. Nick is an outspoken critic of the cult and will assist the player with aerial support. His skills as a pilot are invaluable for missions requiring bombing or air raids. Next, I want to discuss visuals and sound. To start, I want to talk about graphics. Far Cry 5's visuals are stunning, capturing the beauty of Montana in great detail. From the rolling hills to the mist-covered forests, the world feels alive. The character models are well designed, and the animations during combat and dialogue are smooth. The weather effects, including thunderstorms and snow, add a layer of immersion to the game. Next, I want to talk a little bit about soundtrack and voice acting. The soundtrack of Far Cry 5 is atmospheric and fitting, with moments of intense music during firefights and quiet introspective tunes playing during the game's slower settings. The voice acting is top-notch, particularly from the Seeds and the companions. Joseph Seeds' calming yet authoritative voice makes him a particularly chilling antagonist. Next, I want to talk a little bit about some pros and cons. I want to start off with talking about freedom of choice. The non-linear progression gives players the ability to tackle objectives in any order, variety of combat, plenty of weapons, vehicles, and companions to diversify gameplay, engaging world, beautiful open world with plenty to explore and discover, memorable villains. Joseph Seed and his family are among the best antagonists in modern gaming. Customization, the ability to customize the protagonist adds to player immersion. Now I want to talk about a few of the cons. There are repetitive missions. Some side activities and objectives can feel repetitive after quite a while. There is a weak story in the middle. The plot can lose momentum as you progress, with some missions feeling like filler. AI and companion behavior. Occasionally, companion AI can be frustrating, leading to moments where they seem ineffective in combat. Now for some final thoughts. Far Cry 5 is an ambitious entry in the series, mixing engaging first-person shooter mechanics with a deep, thought-provoking narrative. The game's open-world exploration and freedom of choice set it apart from other open-world titles, allowing players to engage with the story on their own terms. While it's not without its flaws, particularly in terms of pacing and mission variety, the game is an enjoyable experience, thanks in large part to its compelling villains and dynamic world. If you're a fan of open world action games with a twist of madness and chaos, Far Cry 5 delivers. I personally want to rate this game out of a 10. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for sure. I absolutely love the characters, both villains and friendlies, you know. I also love the setting and love the idea of being a deputy and taking down a religious cult in rural America. That just feels so America. I don't know what about the game it is. Ever since I saw someone do a Let's Play on the game, I've loved it, and I absolutely 100% enjoyed going and playing through the whole game. I believe I have a 40 episode Let's Play series. Be sure to check it out. By the way, all the reviews I've done, I've completely beat the games, at least to a satisfying level that I'm happy with. So if you're curious about how I played the game or what I did, be sure to go back and watch my Let's Plays. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Go to the description of the video. You'll find my Discord as well as my friends' YouTube channels, and goodbye.